am the Chronicler. I am here to recount the tales of the greatest adventurers in the realm. Follow us on grand adventures through high magic and grand swordplay. In a world ravaged by monsters, ruled by tyrants, and fought over by villains, who would dare to stand up to them? Lend me your ear, and I shall tell you. Welcome back, brave adventurers, to episode 7, where our great heroes have found themselves deep under the earth, trying to save a farmer's crops. But they bit off more than they can chew. Sit back and enjoy the tale and possible deaths of our great heroes. Welcome back, everybody, to Chronicles of the Lost Realm. Once again, this is episode 7. Our heroes have found themselves in quite the predicament as they have uncovered the quote-unquote scribble stone. Joining me today is the resident drow ranger, Pharaon.
Hey, what's up, guys?
We also have our hurdy-gurdy, mischievous sleep dealer, the bard known as Billy Knoll.
Yeah, when you say it like that, you make me sound like Jigglypuff.
And finally, the Mad Mage himself, Major General Hillman.
Hey everyone, let's get down to business.
To defeat the Huns?
Yeah! What are Huns?
So, last episode, after delving through the tunnels underneath the Yosemite Sam farmers' fields,
Dang varmints.
You encountered some goblins and some orcs. That the orcs appeared to be under some kind of control or possession by something that the goblins kept referring to as the scribble stone. And after wandering a bit deeper into the tunnels, you have come face to face with it. When we last actually left, the Hillman was standing directly at the altar with the scribble stone. All of the baddies are now kind of running around in terror as a large, almost stone-looking land shark has burst forth from the ground and is indiscriminately taking out everything in this chamber. So we will begin with the same order we were in, and that would be Hillman. What is your action, sir?
Alright, I gotta check on this one with the DM.
What
I would want to do is I want to reach out, grab the stone, then cast invisibility.
Sure. Grabbing a stone, that probably doesn't take too much. Invisibility is a first level?
It's a second level touch spell.
Okay, one action, I'm assuming?
One action.
Okay, then that is perfectly legal.
I'll allow it!
Got this, guys! Grab the stone, cast invisibility, just vanishes.
How very Lord of the Rings of you.
I like it. We are a walking copyright infringement, We
really are. We really are. We are no strangers to copyright infringement. So, Hillman snatches up the scribble stone.
It's not really copyright infringement. It's fair use.
True.
And also respect.
I have a great deal of respect for the works of Tolkien. So Hillman snatches up the scribble stone and immediately vanishes from sight. Moving to what are you going to move, or are you just going to stay by the altar?
Moving would be smart.
If I have the ability to move, I will move in the direction of the exit.
Okay, straight line, avoiding the land shark, or
avoiding the land shark at all costs.
All right.
Make a mad dash underneath it.
Yeah, you are
Just baseball
With your-
slide to the exit.
with
I'm
your
just
little
following
stumpy
orders.
legs. Stumpy legs just flailing as you
More
run
like-
across the room.
More like, ha, 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 ha.
Of course, the
Run.
halfling. Of course, the halfling grabs the small object and immediately turns invisible.
Right.
All right, so a couple things I just want to check here.
Sure.
Number one, I'm right next to Billy, correct?
Yes. Well, Billy's kind of right behind you, but yeah, you're within very close proximity to each other.
All right, and two, I saw Hillman grab the stone and disappear.
Let's see. What's your passive perception?
Perception is...
It's your passive perception.
Which is
Go.
where?
Go to your
10.
charisma score and go straight down.
13.
Okay. Yes. Even though the chaos has ensued, you were still able to throw a glance to Hillman just as he took the stone and vanished.
Okay, so I know what's happening. All right, good. I turn around, grab the spears out of Billy's legs,
Ah!
grip
Causing
him
12
up, and
more
start
damage.
running towards the exit. I'm not even engaging this fucking thing
Okay. So you take off running at full speed.
with Billy in tow.
All right. That will half your movement speed
All right, so I
as you
move a
are
whole
trying to
15
carry
feet.
Billy. Yep. Actually, Billy, are you going with him? You just screw it. We're out. Okay. So between the two of you, you move.
He
30
just
feet.
ripped 2 javelins out of my legs and threw me over his shoulder. I'm not responding to much. I'm still in too much pain.
And perhaps even shock.
Oh, pretty definitely in shock. But hey, at least he's keeping my legs elevated.
It does not take you very long to get out of here. There is enough orcs and enough orcs and goblins that's keeping this land shark very busy. So you make it back to the tunnel pretty quickly. But before we go too much farther, there's a part that I kind of forgot in the chaos of all of this. Hillman, when you took hold of the stone,
Barehanded even.
you did. It has the
You
similar.
raw-dogged it.
It's not the same markings, but they are the same language, but different markings. And when you hold on to it, you can kind of feel the warmth from the stone, the sulfur smell, and you suddenly feel a searing, burning sensation on your left shoulder blade.
Oh, tuck and roll, tuck and roll.
He shot me in my butt cheek.
I have to pay.
So, all three of you managed to get out of the insane bloodbath that is the farmer's fields. And when you come out of the tunnel that you entered through, you can actually see the earth kind of moving around as this land shark is digging through and making surprise attacks. And there are some areas that the blood is kind of seeping up through the dirt.
Hillman, can you seal this? Wherever you are.
I was gonna say the land shark encounter was probably the best case for letting loose a fireball if I've ever seen one.
I run to the farmer. Is he still out there somewhere, I assume?
Yeah, he's still kind of milling about, pacing back and forth, waiting for you guys to get back.
I'm afraid you have to move.
Wait, no, you're going to love this. Run up to the farmer, release my invisibility spell, hand him 12 gold pieces. You're going to have to go ahead and move to a different farm. Also, run.
Roll a persuasion check.
Please be a crit one.
It doesn't matter. I get to re-roll that.
Please be a crit one.
Used to be a
That's
crit
low
one.
enough.
Nice.
Please be lower.
It is a 1.
He is lucky though. He gets to roll again. So
Yep, halfling luck.
Oh god, that's hilarious.
There we go. Well, when a murder hobo comes along and says, I gotta move, and hands me 12 gold, I think the only thing left to do is to pack my things.
I don't know if I
hobo.
can pack.
Murder. We only killed one thing.
Murder hobos.
He goes inside and starts throwing stuff into a duffel bag. You can hear him in there rummaging through everything going, nope, I don't love this. Nope, don't love that either. And he pops out. He's got a fairly sizable bundle that's kind of wrapped up. And he kind of pushes it into Hillman's chest. Says, here you go. I don't need this stuff. Hope it helps you. And he takes off running.
I'm envisioning a 2-foot creature holding a 30-foot bag.
No. It's probably only in length. It's probably 4 feet long. It's it's like a wrapped up blanket.
I still see his legs
I would like the
shaking
record-
and buckling.
I would like the record to remember that Hillman is 2'10".
Sorry.
Somebody help me drag this.
Alright.
I put.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on myself if I have a chance.
You ain't doing shit till I put you down. I still have you on my shoulder.
I just have to touch myself. I'm
You're
fine.
not doing that on my shoulder. I throw the bard in the cart. Do what you want in there.
Hillman, this little bundle that he gave you, for as long as it is and everything, it only weighs about 4 or 5 pounds.
No, I wonder what's in here. Come
Wonder
on, let's
later.
get on the cart and get out of here.
Yeah, wonder later. Let's get out of here. I grab the bundle and throw it into the cart too with the bard, and Hillman and I get on the cart and we get the hell out of Dodge.
Alright, looks like I got 9 hit points back, which puts me at 15. So not full health, but pretty close.
Right.
Guys,
Enough that I'll be at full health after a full rest.
guys,
Yeah.
can one of you take a look at my shoulder? I think I got shot or poisoned or something.
Yeah, I'll take a look. Turn around.
Turn around and pull the robes back.
Hold on 1 second. I'm bringing something up. When you lower the robes down, to expose where he got burned, you can see that there is a it's like a paragraph of the same kind of strange runic language that is on the stone.
Wait a minute. Let me see the stone.
No, that's my stone.
I don't want to touch it. Just show me the runes.
Oh, here you go.
Exact same.
They are the same style, but not the same runes. You do see the runes that are on the stone, they are in the words. So you can surmise that the runes that are on the stone itself are actually letters.
All right. Then Ferran remembers the bar. Bard. Let me see your shoulder.
What shoulder? Which shoulder?
Show me your shoulder.
Which shoulder?
I'm assuming the left, but show me both.
Bard kind of flips his shirt down to expose both shoulders and turns around.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
Fran whips out a palette and some paint. And
Billy has the same kind of paragraph, but the runes are the same, but a different dialect.
Different alphabet.
Right.
All right, guys, you guys have writing tattooed or engraved into your backs.
Oh, neat. Let me see. As I run around in a circle trying to see my own shoulder blade.
Yeah, I guess that's what the burning sensation was.
What burning sensation?
Oh, when I picked up the stone, it hurt like hell.
Yeah. Same thing happened to me, only after you guys went after, what's-his-nuts.
And you didn't bother telling us this back then?
You didn't ask.
I did ask.
Not that I recall.
Trust me, we have episodes that prove no. I did ask.
Hey, that's meta knowledge. The Bart's not gonna go right out and say he lied.
Don't you think that would be important information for us to know? Especially before another one of us touched one of these things?
I didn't think one of you guys was going to be dumb enough to touch it.
I think you're right. I think you didn't think. Now, this poor schmuck may be with the same whatever that is that you have.
I'm not that poor. Can I have that stone back now?
I never took it from you. I'm not touching that thing.
Farun,
what?
You said we've got writing on our backs, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think if we went back to Lisban, he'd be able to translate it?
Oh, I'm already thinking about giving that second stone to Lisban for safekeeping, and he can translate it.
I'm just going to pop it right here into my pouch of holding real quick. That should hide it.
Yeah, especially since we don't know whether or not it's one of the ones the Queen has sight of.
Well, we'll find out if it disappears once it goes into the bag of holding. But don't you think those words might be very important to learn?
Well, probably.
Yeah.
At this point.
But if we keep going back to Lisban and not going to Gress, then...
Listen. I go from town to town with my hurdy-gurdy and go from bar to bar and sing and dance and have a good time. This is way outside of my wheelhouse.
Oh, I should have been a bard.
I have a lot more important things to deal with than babysitting children. Frustratedly, Farran kicks the Dragonborn to awake.
Oh, no.
Hey!
Hillman leaps back in horror.
Who can we get to translate this? Grabbing Billy and turning him around.
She kind of, no. I don't know. I've seen those symbols at Gress before.
You at least gotta take me out to dinner first.
Did somebody say dinner?
All right, then start leading the way. Before this gets any worse.
We were going the way, but somebody had to stop and help the farmer.
Oh, hey, guess what? Guess what, Nua? Look at my new tattoo.
Yes, Hillman, it's very impressive.
Ron sits down at the head of the cart and just whips the horse. The horse is like, "Let's go."
Huh.
Hoping that Hillman just falls over the seat trying to show his tattoo to Numa.
Roll a dexterity save, Hillman.
Please fail.
Nice. So you do kind of stumble a little bit, but you don't go flipping over. And she says, yes, I have seen those markings at Gress. This is very, very intriguing.
So what do you think we should do next? Head straight to Gress?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, don't we want to go drop the stone to Lisbon?
I'm not talking to you two, I'm talking to Nua.
Actually, memory serves correctly. Maybe we should stop using the city's name. Doesn't that bring the Queen's eye on us? Isn't it taboo to say the city's name?
Good point. Let's
We'll
call it Moogly from now.
How about just Site G?
Site G?
Sure. We're going to Site G. Hillman, put that damn thing in your bag of holding and forget it exists until we get to Site G.
All right, fine.
And I suggest you two get some rest because you both look like shit.
I could take a long rest.
Alright, so you guys are resting while Farron drives the wagon.
All right.
Very angrily.
Yeah, Nua is well rested herself, so she's kind of sitting up at the head of the wagon with you, kind of, riding along and thinking silently. And she's saying that just ahead, we're going to be leaving the main road.
Fine.
But by the time Hillman and I are awoken, we'll have full hit points and all of our spell slots back.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Depends
as night
on the actions
falls,
of me and Numa.
as night begins to fall, you reach the point in the road where you're going to have to leave the main road. There's fairly tall grass. It's probably about 2 feet tall. It's like a buckwheat kind of grass. And she says, "This is where we must turn. It is called the Plains of Flidaria. These plains stink."
Have you traveled with this group? I think we can handle it.
Very well.
As I make the turn.
Okay. As you begin heading into the fields, you proceed not too far in when you come to some slightly glowing creatures. And because of your upbringing, I would like for you to roll a nature check, Farron.
All right, that's +2. All right. Let's see here. 20 +2. Let's try that again, because for some reason the 20 die did not register. There we go. That would be a 14, sir.
Okay. Though you have not actually really seen them yourself, you know that these are also creatures of the Underdark. They are called flumps. They're basically floating jellyfish that have 2 eye stalks that come up off of the top of their heads. They glow different colors to reflect their mood. And all these ones that you can see as of right now is a soft pink, which means that they are amused.
Okay. Well, they're amused. Do I see which way they're looking at? Like, are they looking at us, or what are they looking at?
They're not really looking at anything in particular. They're just kind of floating around in the fields. And you can roll a perception check to try and get a little bit more information.
All right. Perception is +3. Roll it. Yeah, I don't see shit.
Nope, they're just kind of bobbing up and down in the grass. They kind of go down, and then they pop back up. And go down.
I will attempt to steer the cart, still staying on whatever trail I'm on, but giving them a wide berth, not wanting to draw their attention.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, they see you, and you see they kind of turn a greenish color, but they don't engage. They just kind of watch you roll through with your cart.
Curious, what's green stand for?
Let's see. All right. So green is curiosity.
Okay. Now, player character knowledge, since I know of them, but I don't know them, are they intelligent or are they like animal?
No, they are intelligent.
Oh, God. Do I really want to do this?
It's up to you. Me and Hillman are asleep right now.
Yeah.
Actually, I do have one voice of reason. You think we should stop and talk to them? They don't seem hostile.
They don't really do much. They just spray stink.
Fair enough, we move on.
They have a stench spray. It's very stinky, like a skunk.
Very
Don't
well.
startle them.
We move on. We continue on. I don't stop the cart.
Okay. So, again, you continue on, and it doesn't take you very long. Nightfall completely sets in. The full moon sheds enough light that with your dark vision, you're able to see pretty clearly. Nua's kind of squinting her eyes, looking around, but Dragonborn don't have dark vision, so she can only see so far. And as you're rolling along, the plains go directly up to the edge of a forest. And in between the trees and everything floating around are millions of fireflies. And she says, This is danger. This is the place where we must be very careful.
What's dangerous about fireflies?
No, it's not the fireflies. Primal elves live in the trees.
Wild elves?
They hate trespassers. But if we go around the forest, it will add another 4 days to our trek.
We don't have the provisions for that. We're going through. But you may want to wake up our counterparts and warn them about what's going on.
Very well. She kind of crawls half-assedly over the bench and pokes and prods Billy and Hillman with her sharp dragon talons. Hey,
Oh, hey, ho.
Hello, my darling. Good morning to you.
What'd I miss?
Wake up. We're at a dangerous place.
Dangerous place? We just got out of a dangerous place. What the hell?
Out of curiosity, are we considering this a long rest or a short rest?
This would be a long rest.
All right.
Because I'm feeling nice.
Let's put it this way. Technically, you guys should be driving and I should be sleeping. That's how long it's been.
Right? Feyron's doing the head nod. The chicken bob.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering, that was my portent roll.
Okay.
Portent?
So you got a 15 and an 11.
Correct.
Okay. Feyron kind of dozes off. The cart drifts to the left and hits some rocks. And burn!
From hungover to really...
Feyron, wake up!
What? I got this. What?
Do you want me to drive for a while?
The medieval version of rumble strips.
As much as I appreciate it, Hiltman, I think the person that should be driving to give me a rest would be the half-elf. At least I know he can see in the dark.
Yeah, I could drive.
Just fine.
Nah, Hillman. Let me do this.
All right, so I switch positions, and I don't go to sleep, but I use the Elven Trance to be able to try to rest up some. So that way I'm slightly alert to what's going on.
Okay.
I proved I played D&D before. I remembered that elves could do that.
But half-elves can't.
So
halflings can't eat thirds.
So you're heading into the forest, yes?
Mm-hmm. I suppose so. I'm not entirely sure where we're going. Farun hasn't really
New is there. She could tell you.
given us a briefing. All right,
Yeah.
so where are we going?
We must continue to head northwest.
Okay, so through the forest. Got it.
Is that way, or do we need to turn around?
I know the way. I will direct.
Cracks the reins of the horses to get them going again.
All right. And you roll into what is called the Forest of Lights. It is not a super dense forest, but it's not exactly like super sparse either. The wagon has no troubles getting in between the trees, and you don't have to do like serpentine. It's still fairly straight. The fireflies are all around you, and they just kind of blink here and there, creating dim light. So, Hillman, you can see about 30 feet, but it's dim. And as you're progressing along, I would like you guys to roll perception checks to anyone who is awake.
That is hilarious. Keith's phone just gave a notice on the rolling chat that his phone is at 13%.
It did too.
Yes.
No, that was not my phone. That was me.
Oh,
I typed that.
Oh, okay.
dang. I was like, man, that's awesome.
Can I use my passive perception instead?
Yeah,
Actually-
actually, I want to do that as well because I rolled lower than my passive.
Given the situation, I will say yes, it's your passive. As you're rolling through, the wagon wheels of the cart are doing their thing, the horses are making their noise, but you hear the rustling of the leaves and branches. However, there's no wind. There's no breeze, like nothing to shake the branches.
I mean, did Farun and Nua tell us about the elves?
Well, I don't know if she told you about the... I didn't. I don't know if she told you about the elves, but she did warn you that it was dangerous in here.
Nope, she didn't say it either. She starts looking around and she says, "The elves are surrounding us."
Billy just kind of whips the reins to try and get the horses to go a little bit faster.
All right, roll
Yes.
animal handling.
And it's like, just gonna keep on moving through here. Nothing to see here.
Alrighty. So the horses do pick up their speed, and they're not super panicky. They're just kind of going along. Hillman, as you are, where are you sitting exactly? Are you in the wagon part? Are you sitting up front with Billy?
I'm back in the wagon part still.
Okay. So as you're sitting there with Nua, a pouch lands in your lap.
Oh, what's this?
Don't open it.
Do you open it?
I kind of pick it up and sniff at it.
Perfect. Roll a Constitution save.
Oh!
Like an idiot. Throw it out of the cart.
Oh.
Oh, son of a bitch.
We just lost Hillman,
Wait.
didn't we?
Is this poison?
Is it a 9?
Yeah,
That is a
it's
9.
No, it is not a poison.
Okay.
Sleep.
When you smell it, it is a very, very sweet and aromatic smell that makes you suddenly super, super relaxed.
Oh,
And-
this is nice.
Like you're, it's like you just took like 3 Valium.
I want to save some of this for later.
Noah says, "Hey, give me some of that."
Here you go.
she sniffs of it, and yeah, she starts to get a little woozy. Her eyes get a little bit bloodshot.
Something tells me these elves aren't so bad.
No, this is good stuff.
What are you guys messing around with back there?
Here, have a whiff of this.
Billy kind of just leans away from the bag that Hillman is no doubt waving in his face. No, thank you. I am private. Thank you very much.
And just so I know, none of this is alerting me in any way, shape, or form.
No. A couple more bags land into the cart.
That's too much. That's too much. We're gonna need to get rid of some of this.
Billy cracks the reins again. All right, fuck it, we're out of here. I am not getting a DWI today.
I'm still waiting to see what's going to happen.
All right, so with the 14, you crack the reins and the horses begin to triple their speed, and you are now going a very good clip through the forest.
Hey, Nua, I've got an idea.
Hillman, wake up and run.
Yeah, okay. I just upended one of the pouches over Ferran's face.
Oh my god.
He's gonna sleep so good.
I said wake him up, not make him sleep.
So when you do that, the sweet smell that was coming from the outside of the bag is revealed to be some like spores of some kind that just kind of sprinkle over top of Farron. So go ahead and roll a Constitution save there, Farron.
You know I'm gonna murder you, right?
Yes.
Save.
Okay.
And you thought the bard was gonna be the problem.
That's not terrible, but it is not enough to pass.
What?
Yeah.
My Constitution's 15.
Yeah, that's not enough to pass.
Oh.
You are having the most wonderful dream right now. For a drow.
I'm murdering Hillman and Billy.
with
and
their
Billy just
own
keeps
weapons.
resurrecting him so you can kill him again.
I am sodomizing Billy with his hurdy-gurdy.
Oh, that's a little dark there.
That was really dark, actually. Yeah.
It's a drow.
Hillman, you see that Farron gets kind of a smile on his face.
Oh, everybody, quick! Look, I've never seen him smile before.
It's actually rather unnerving.
Hillman, stop fucking with that shit back there. Throw the bags out of the cart.
All right, fine.
Nua, you get rid of the bags too. Any more that drop in them, throw them back into the woods. Make sure they open when they get launched.
So she starts grabbing up some. She's got 2 of them. Hillman, you have 4. She's going to go ahead and pitch them out of the cart as best she can, even though she's higher than a kite. That's an 8, and that's a 3. So both of them go out of the cart and kind of open on the ground, whatnot. And spores start getting everywhere. The horses are still running full tilt.
Yeah, don't the horses have to make saving throws?
If they get caught in a cloud of it, as long as they don't throw them at the front of the cart, they'll be fine.
Right.
Throw them into the woods.
So
throw them at trees? Okay.
All right, roll some ranged attacking.
What is that, dexterity?
Yep. 20 plus your dexterity modifier. Nice!
You said I had 4 of them?
He fucking beans one of the elves in the face.
All of a
Okay.
sudden, all of a sudden, a wood elf falls into the cart.
Thump.
Hi, guys.
You guys are great.
So Hillman just starts projectiling these friggin' things. The first one does actually hit an elf, and you see him fall out of the tree.
Well, you guys see it. I'm still having a great dream.
Right. The other ones they don't land quite as true, but they're not terrible either. And then like probably 80 feet in front of you, Billy, you see there are probably 8 or so elves all lined up with arrows drawn, prepared to stop your cart.
How many feet in front?
About 60.
Casting sleep as a second level spell.
Okay.
Well, it already worked on me.
And since I'm casting it where the elves are standing, we're all out of range.
Right.
So it should only affect them. 37 is the magic number.
That is very nice. But it only puts 3 of them to sleep.
Ah!
The other 3 fire their arrows. And Nua,
Everybody duck!
Nua Hillman, and Billy and Farron all must make Constitution saves. The DC is 20, by the way.
Of course it is.
Nua passes out.
+2.
Oh no!
I'm already asleep, so what's the matter?
So the arrows kind of get lobbed into the cart, not at you. And when they hit, it's those little pouches of the spores, and they pop open, and by failing your Constitution saves, you guys have fallen asleep.
No!
The horses are still running at full clip. This is not going to end well. We're just going to barrel through the elves that are standing there. They just put the driver to sleep. They didn't think that one through.
You guys have the most wonderful dreams you can possibly imagine at this point.
Oh, Nua, our children are beautiful.
No more. No, never mind.
Change my mind.
No more Hillman. And you guys are asleep for, we'll say another long rest, even though you're all healed up as it is.
It means I get that spell I wasted back.
Oh, that means I have to re-roll my portent.
Yeah. You guys groggily wake up. You're just kind of very disoriented as you wake up. And we'll just go right around here. So, Farron, when you wake up, you notice that you are in an area that it's very cave-like. It has stalactites and stalagmites and just dark crevices. You can hear water dripping. It's from what you remember being described to you, this is the Underdark.
I'm in the Underdark.
You are in the Underdark.
Automatically to my feet and hands go into the hilt of my weapons as I scan the area.
When you stand and go to put your hands at your hilts, you find that your weapons are gone.
All my weapons are gone.
Yep, everything. Armor, weapons, all of it gone.
Which direction of wind, anything that'll indicate out.
There is no out. The air is still. There's no smells. There's no nothing. It's pretty much Farron's worst nightmare.
Shit.
Hillman, you awaken.
Where am I?
And find yourself in a lovely little field with a small halfling-style house behind you. There's a table outside with an abundance of food and wines and ales, and it basically looks like the iconic halfling home.
No, it's a lovely spot. I think I might help myself to some of this good food. Mostly the ale.
All right. When you sit down, you notice that one of the most uncanny things about this place is that even though you're outside, the sun is not providing any kind of heat. There's no wind. There's no there's just nothing.
Something doesn't seem right.
Moving on to Billy. You find yourself in a tavern. There's chairs all around you, tables, a flaming heart. Yeah, you feel right at home, except there are no people in this tavern. There's no innkeeper. There's plenty of food and plenty of booze, but there are no people at all.
Party's no fun without people.
And you both noticed that all of your equipment is gone as well.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I should have mentioned that I searched for things.
Oh, that's okay. All of your stuff is gone.
Even my fancy red cloak?
Even your fancy red cloak.
This isn't good. Of course, does Billy remember the charging at the line of elves?
Yes.
Does he remember that as the last thing he remembers?
That is the last thing he remembers.
God.
After a few moments have gone by and you guys are kind of like, okay, wait, something's not quite right here. Like, what happened, you know?
I disbelieve!
What? You start yelling that.
This isn't my beautiful house. This isn't my beautiful wife.
Watching the days go by.
One area away from you suddenly becomes translucent. Like you can see through it. It's like a wall of glass. And looking at you are what can best be described as elves, but much more Fey-like. You know, they kind of glitter. They have the super exaggerated pointy ears. And all of you know them as Eladrin. They're elves that never left the Feywild. And they're all standing at this glass, looking at you, holding the hands of children. And some of the children are tapping on the glass and being scolded. You can't hear what they're saying, but you can tell the parents are scolding the children for tapping on the glass.
Waving frantically, Hillman walks towards the glass. Oh, hi! You can let me out now. It's me, Major General Hillman.
Billy starts swearing in Elven and just screams at the top of his lungs in Common. You put me in an effing zoo?
And that, my friends, is where we're going to pause on episode 7.
Oh, no.
And with that
is the end of Chronicles of the Lost Realm. Welcome to the pilot episode of Star Trek.
And with that being said, for such an amazing time, and the quick thinking and just the way the group works together, I'm going to award all of you with 4,100 experience points each.
Ooh.
And by my fratulations, that'll put Billy at level 4. Hillman and Farron will be at level 5.
Wow.
And
one of these days I'll catch up.
just so that the listeners know, we'll be doing the leveling off air, if you will. That way we don't bore the crap out of you guys with all the numbers and rolling and trying to figure out where we're going with the characters. But rest assured that when it starts back up, you will hear all of the new toys that the guys have to play with.
Once we get out of the cages.
Once you get out of the cages. Nothing
Or
like a little...
inside the cages.
I was going to say, I can't...
Not that kind of fun.
There's nothing like a little jailbreak to spice things up. So, without further ado, we'll go around the horn here, and we'll start with Chris. Where can the listeners find some more of your antics?
Well, besides right here at Chronicles of the Lost Realm, playing for on Take Thanalis, you can find me wherever Realm of the Mist can be heard, whether here on YouTube or wherever quality podcasts are found.
Beautiful. And let's move on to Keith, a.k.a. Billy Knoll. Where can we find more of your silliness?
You can find me on Chronicles of the Lost Realm playing Billy Knoll, or you can also find me as host of the Press A Gaming Podcast every other Friday on Realm of the Mist.
Perfect. And AJ, where can we hear some more of your antics?
Well, right now, it's just right here on Chronicles of the Lost Realm, but please stay tuned. I promise you there is some good stuff coming up.
All right. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Chronicles of the Lost Realm. As always, we love having you with us. And you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Chronicles of the Lost Realm. And don't forget to check us out on YouTube with a like and a subscribe so you can keep up on our fun stuff. And we'll see you all next time for episode 8.
Later.